All right, so I saw the swallowtail again. I wanted to actually capture it. I took the camera in my hands before I started capturing. I thought I'm gonna show it to you, and I thought it's further away from me. It was actually right, like very close to me, and I didn't notice, and I spooked it out. So yeah. Anyways, maybe it's gonna be here, but it was there again. It was the same spot, which was very interesting. Same spot I saw yesterday, and frankly I wouldn't even expect butterflies today, because I mean, look at the weather. It's very wild, windy, and yeah, I would say not particularly butterfly friendly. So this is usually the spot that they were hanging out, the swallowtails, but yeah, they're not here, unfortunately. And yeah, well, next time. It's like the swallowtail is right at the beginning of the walk, you know. So I'm gonna try and capture it next time. If I want to see there tomorrow as well, although tomorrow is supposed to be very well, it's supposed to rain and all that, so I doubt there's going to be any butterflies tomorrow. But yeah, wow, that's a pretty crazy wind. I hope the trash can's not going to get knocked over. I wanted to put a stone on it last night, and I checked the weather and it was not that windy. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I thought I'm going to do it once we come back from the walk, but the wind got a whole lot stronger, so I hope it's going to hold in place, you know. Yeah. Hopefully, yes. But the swallowtail is an incredibly beautiful butterfly. Oh, also saw it multiple times on this hill down there, so maybe you're gonna have to be lucky and see it there. But with this wind, I don't know. If I would be a swallowtail, I would be hidden somewhere, you know, not really flying around, because that's a pretty strong wind. Drake tripped over it. All right. You got the beautiful columbines there. And this one's here alone. There are like so many of them there, and this one's here on its own. Huh. I'm sure he's gonna get some new friends eventually. This is gonna, you know, sort of propagate and disseminate. So yeah, this is the hill that I've seen them a couple times too, and I think it makes sense because it's like very, very sunny, very exposed. I think that's the kind of habitat that they enjoy and they like. But yeah, I don't see swallowtail anywhere. Yeah, I think it's too windy. I was actually surprised to see that one back there. I think Drake found some track. Tady jdeme, Drakeu. He's been sort of mine absent for a while. I can see it. He's searching for something. Yeah. Oh, is that a buzzard? I think that it's a buzzard. Yeah. I actually saw the marsh, or the western marsh area the other day, and it was flying above our garden quite high. You know, it was like I was saying, it is when it's hunting, it's flying very low. It's hovering very close above the ground, the closest you can see any really bird of prey. It's hovering incredibly low. But when it's mating and it's doing its sort of mating flights, you know, and sort of mating rituals which involve acrobatic flights in the air, they can be incredibly high, you know, as complete opposite of their habit, of their hunting strategy. They can be incredibly high. You can barely see them up on the sky. And I remember one thing, it was one of the most beautiful observations I've ever made. Also because it was accompanied by one of my favorite tracks of all time. Which I mean, it was such a special moment because it was spring. I moved, I freshly moved into here. It was the year 2020. It was spring. It was a beautiful day. I was sitting on the terrace, you know, on the porch. I was having a coffee, and I still remember it, you know, how everything about it. I had my coffee, I had my breakfast, and it was such a beautiful day. And I was listening. I had my Bluetooth, you know, wireless speaker, and I was playing music at my Spotify, and I saw a bird up high in the sky, and I took my binoculars and I saw it fly high up, super high up in the sky, and it was doing its mating ritual. It was doing its acrobatic flight. It was a male, and it was doing its thing to impress the female. And at that particular moment, a song started playing, which was the top favorite song of mine is of Boards of Canada, Die One Cowboy. And that song started playing, and if you know the song, as it progresses at certain point, I don't know if you've seen the video clip of it. If you didn't, I recommend to check it out. It's a beautiful for me, it's a beautiful transformational, incredibly hopeful and positive song, and it's my definitely top favorite. I don't know if not the top favorite, but it's definitely in the top 5 for sure. And it just played at that moment as I was watching the fuck, I was emotional, man. It was just so beautiful in that moment. the beautiful music and the beauty of the Western Marsh area just gliding in the sky and doing all these acrobatic beautiful movements. I'm crying now, you know. It's like it's been 4 years and I still get emotional when I think about it, because it was such a beautiful experience. And Bundy, look at him, he doesn't go through, and when there is a deer, he goes through this whole thing. He was jump across this whole thing. I mean, seriously, you know. So I mean, I still get emotional. I talk about it 4 years later. But it was such a strong moment, you know, when I think it was just some sort of a connection I felt at that moment with the Western Marsh area, because I felt happy at that moment. And that song was just encapsulating my whole like internal world, my happiness at that moment, the spring, the freedom of the Western Marsh area as it was doing all these acrobatic moves in the air. And it was just beautiful, you know. And I was moved to tears back then. I remember it, and I still am when I talk about it. So I was speechless really when I saw it, and I will never forget it, you know. I'll never forget that moment. And yesterday it was kind of, not really, but it was like pretty high in the sky, not super high, like some height that buzzards normally get to. And it was calling. It has like these high sharp calls, and it was doing a little bit of an acrobatic move here and there. So it might have been a beginning of that. But if you ever get a chance to see western marsh harrier doing its mating flight, it's such a beautiful thing to behold. It's just amazing. The artistry of the artistic nature of it. It's just amazing how many different variations of the flight it can make. And I don't know, to me it just it encapsulated the freedom, the definition of freedom. And that for me is such a strong topic and such an important fundamental topic. And it just encapsulated the freedom of birds, you know. That was it in that one moment, right there on the sky with that western marsh area. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful, man. Nature is so beautiful. I mean, wow, truly beautiful. And yeah, and those are not sad tears. Those are like really tears of like I'm just moved, you know, how beautiful it is, and it was, and just, yeah, it just gets me when I think about it. And so if you had ever had a chance to see a marsh harrier doing that, like, wholeheartedly recommend it. You don't have to have Boards of Canada to be playing along with it. I mean, it's perfect if it does, but you don't have to have that. But to me, that was just like incredible experience, you know. And it's just, I had a random playlist playing, you know, so it was complete coincidence that it just hit that particular song. I mean, it could have been anything, right? But that song, the Daiwan Cowboy from Boards of Canada, fitted so perfectly with the whole thing, with that acrobatic falls and drops and flying highs and turnarounds and pirouettes. It was just, oh man, it was just as if the song was made for this moment, you know, made for that particular thing. Oh man. So yeah, wow, I didn't expect to talk about this. I just recalled it, you know, that I've seen it yesterday, and that I remembered this particular moment 4 years back, and I've never seen it since. That was the first time I've seen it, and I realized, oh, that's why it's called, because in Czech it's called, its second name is moták, which is like, it's kind of hard to sort of translate, but moták, I would say it's like something that is not really going in circles, but something that changes direction a lot, and it's like kind of chaotic in its directions and movements, you know. That's the kind of a, it's not a direct translation, but that's kind of what it means. Moták is like, you know, going up and down and you know, changing directions, and really be quite chaotic when it comes to the direction of the movement. And I understood it in that moment. Oh, that's why, you know. I would call it definitely, because moták sounds kind of like derogatory, you know. It doesn't sound elegant, and it was extremely elegant. It was amazing. So I would call him differently than that, to be honest, but but I understood in that moment, oh, that's why it's called that way, you know. And harrier, I don't know what harrier means, to be honest, if it means anything. But this is one of the very specific thing of western marsh harrier. I'm not sure if the other oh yeah, I mean, all of them are called, oh, of course, sorry, it's not the second name, it's actually the first name. All of the harriers are called moták in Czech, so all of them are that way. It's the first name, it's not the second name. So probably all of them are doing this, I assume. Okay. Yeah, true. Anyways, that was, wow, I didn't expect to get emotional like that, but it just got to me. Yeah, it was really, really, really beautiful. Anyways, with that, I'm gonna sign off and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be the last video of the week, and then I'm gonna resume on Monday as usual. And that's the, hold on, is that, I don't have my glasses with me, but is that a, you see that white spot in there? Like there in the distance, is that a, I think that's the white deer, isn't it? I try to focus my eyes, but like it's very blurry, but that's definitely not something like, it's not something that, you know, it's not a stone or anything. That's definitely something that wasn't there in the morning. I think that's the white deer. I don't know if you can see it with the well, the camera, you know, I mean, I don't think it can get such a detail, but it's like right there in the middle between that forest and that forest. So right in the middle there is like a white spot in that field, and I thought initially it's some dog, but it's huge and there's no person, so that has to be the white deer. Wow, that's an unexpected ending. I was about to turn off the camera, but then I was like, what is that? Yeah, that is definitely the white deer. I would say 100% the white deer. I think it's moving, yeah. It's definitely, hold on, where's Drake? Oh, he's running after me. Okay. That is definitely the white deer. And I think I saw other animals there as well, but it's the white is just more striking. But there is something else too. I think it's the other deer that accompany the white one. And I don't think Drake can see it because he's too low. Which is good actually, because he's not gonna run after them. Right, Drake? No, he's not gonna run after them. That is that a white deer? Yeah, it's gotta be the white deer. 100%. Now you could probably, I think you can probably see it now, right? Yeah, and there's definitely something is with it. It would be funny if it would be a piece of something, right? Like, I don't know. It definitely wasn't there in the morning, I would notice. And it is, yeah, it's by the edge. See, there are other, yeah, it's definitely the white deer. I can see it more clearly now. 100%. Although it's weird, Drake's not running towards it. Hold on, don't tell me that it's something. Nah, man, come on. Oh God, seriously? You know what it is? Oh my God, yeah, I need to take my glasses with me. And now I spend the whole, oh my God, you know what it is? It's a, oh man, no way. They plowed the field. They mowed the, oh my God, and it's a thing. It's the haystack, you know? Oh, wrapped in the white thing. Jesus Christ. I could swear it's a white deer from the distance. Ah, man. Well, that was fun. Anyway, sorry about that. I thought I'm gonna, you know, I thought we found the white deer and we're gonna see if from more close distance. But false alarm, that was a haystack. It was a haystack, and yeah, I really need to wear my glasses, I guess. And we all know I'm not gonna take them next time. I'm not used to taking them, you know. I'm used to taking them when I drive a car, and because it's necessary, obviously, you know. I wouldn't feel comfortable not wearing them anymore. And I wear them when I'm in somewhere, when I have to go to the city, which is I mean, I haven't been in I don't even remember when was the last time I've been in the capital. I'm not going there anymore at all. And there's the tractor. And to be quite honest, I don't miss it one freaking bit. Oh my god, I don't miss the city at all. And I have absolutely zero desire to go there. But yeah, if I would go into the capital or anywhere really into town, that wouldn't have to be the capital, with any town or anything, I take the glasses with me, because it's really, I don't feel comfortable. I don't know if people are like, I don't know, I just want to see people's faces, and I want to sort of know what's happening around me, you know. And otherwise, of course I see things, but I don't see the small little nuances, you know. I don't see if people are I don't know, like, it's just, yeah, I don't feel comfortable not knowing what's happening, you know. And I remember a couple of times before I wear glasses, there were multiple situations when I walked on the street and someone was waving, and they were waving at someone completely else, and I wasn't sure, are they looking at me? And I couldn't tell because they were blurry, you know. I was like, shit. So I waved, and of course it was so completely, I don't know that person. It was, and that person was waving on the person behind me, and it was like very weird. So I don't want these situations to happen, so I always take the glasses. But here I don't feel the need for them, because I mean, there is, I don't know, I just kind of, oh wow, look at the beautiful patterns the wind is doing with the wheat. I love that. That's like very mesmerizing. I'm not sure if you can see it properly, but it's very cool. Wow. It might be barley though, it's not wheat, I guess, but you know, the grain field over there. So, you know, the thing is, I don't feel like wearing them, because I'm so used to walking around, and yes, I don't see the fact that was not a white deer and it was a haystack, but otherwise I see everything I need to. And oh, there's the guy. Hold on. Great. So I think everything is as it's supposed to be, huh? There's the swallowtail over there. So hold on, slowly, carefully. There it is. See it on the... Hold on, you know what? Let me get the camera out of the holder here so I know what I'm pointing it at. Otherwise, I don't see anything. And let me get closer to this guy. All right. So it's right over there at the flower. Can you see it? I hope you can. I'm getting closer and closer. See it? Hold on, I'm gonna have to tap the display. Oh shit. Yeah, the display got dark and I couldn't. Oh, and there's another one there actually. That's a different one. Is it here? Or not? Ah, yeah. I don't see it, but there is another one flying over there, but probably you can't see it. And that was cool. I hope it's gonna be visible on the camera. I'm not sure though. Or maybe it was the same one. It was flying this fast. Wow. Okay, yeah, it's probably the same one. Now it's right over there. Yeah, I can see it. It's hard to miss. It's a really large butterfly. And now it's over there. How are we gonna leave it alone? I think you definitely had to saw it. I didn't see it on the display, but it's gonna be there. Anyways, that was a nice walk today. The ending was really funny. Anyway, yeah, I don't feel the need to wear glasses here, because I see everything I need to, I feel like. And it's much more comfortable not having anything on my face, you know. So yeah, I was gonna say I should really start wearing glasses here, but I'm not going to. I don't think I will. Even if I want to, I always forget, so you know, that's that. Anyways, I'm signing off now.